Y'all not gonna embarrass me. I'm sorry. I
I
run a
don't do
tight.
that anymore. I don't do that anymore. I know you run a tight ship. Don't
It's
kill me.
strict. It's strict around here. Okay. Mm-mm. And it's funny because my mother is very like, so you just gonna bring people around me that don't know how to be moisturized and stuff. Like my mother is very shady in that way. So I really
hmm
be trying to mitigate her. Like you don't want gay to have to be like,
Yeah, no, I get it. I will
why your friend?
be,
How that's your friend and you ashy? That mean you ashy too. That's black mama math.
yes, yes. I will be moisturized down to the, like, I'll be a butterball for y'all if you need me to.
Yeah, no. My best friend would be quick with the my legs long. It don't take too long. Heifer. You lazy. But
That's really what it is.
from the land of moisture and smell goods, this is Shelby,
And this is Jess.
and welcome back to the League of Extraordinary Readers. It has been a long week. Like
Let's talk about a deep Negro
a
sigh.
a long week. Okay. I
Yeah.
will say if I never have to see the inside of a hospital again, it would be too much. Um,
Can y'all
I
hear that?
no.
Okay, good.
What is
Sorry.
it?
They speeding down the road, high speed chase or something.
Lord
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, I
But
told
go
y'all it's
ahead. I'm
been a long
sorry.
week. It's okay. Yeah, if I never see the inside of a hospital again, it'd be too much.
hmm
Um, and they increased my meds. Girl, when I tell you this sleep has been very good, but I also cannot stay awake to save my life. Like,
hmm
as we speak right now, I'm doing everything in my power to be my
hmm
normal self because I could go sleep for another 8 hours easily right now and be okay. And I took a nap today. So they're gonna have to ease up on something or cut something back because a girl is tired. And I have not read any well, I finished Washington Black, but I haven't read anything this week.
Yeah, I finished I am not Sydney
Portier.
Portier. Yeah.
Portier.
Uh, yeah, I haven't I finished that, but that's about it.
Dang. How
That's
was your
that
week?
tiring. Tired. Tired. So like from from what day was it? Saturday
Uh-huh.
up until I would say about Tuesday. I was even actually Wednesday, I've been running on E. Today's the first day I felt like refreshed because I was shooting majority from like 9 to like almost 12, 1 o'clock on Saturday. That was a lot of energy, just like trying to make sure like four models are like red, like good. And then Sunday, what did I do Sunday? Something was Sunday. And then Monday, I was on set with my friend because she was doing a fragrance shoot for this like influencer. I won't say who because it's not out and all that other stuff. But she was on set. I was on set all day assisting her, and that was from 11 to I didn't get home till like 9:30.
Okay.
And that's just standing in the sun, assisting, moving gear, setting up gear,
Yeah.
doing it's a lot. So I was on E, and then on top of that, my freelance clients have been working every little nerve I have in my body. And then on top of
Damn, huh?
that, I have my cycle. So the jokes.
Everybody has their period right now.
hmm
I know what I've been meaning to tell you, friends. Some joy. The companies are
hmm
starting to release their planners and things lineups for the 2026. Okay.
hmm
So, um, the one that we ordered from Sterling Inc. they are
Mm-hmm.
gonna release an A5 Slim, so it's like a little bit smaller,
Ooh.
like the width, not the height. So
Mm-hmm.
like, and I was like, I think that I might get that one for my
2026.
yeah reading journal.
Mm. I need to update mine actually.
Yeah,
I need
same.
to sit down and do the things and set it up some more. Like I have it set up, but I need to update it because I use my what's that? What's the one? Lutrum? Whatever it's
Oh
called.
yeah, I know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one I originally had that I was telling you about. Now I just use it to write my notes while I'm just reading and stuff.
Hmm.
So I can remember certain things. That one's flowing very well. I just need to finish up my I need to add more stuff to my reading journal, but I need to do that this month before it gets any further because I'll be updating it at the end of the year at that point.
Right. Yeah,
Which
no,
is
I have
stupid.
to
Yeah.
go and fill in some of the like actual book reviews, but I went and
Mm-hmm.
like I've been finishing the calendar aspect of it where I'm like tracking how long it took me to read each thing. And
Mm-hmm.
but I just need to go and like actually write in some of the like how I felt about the books and so on and so forth. But yeah, no, and then I wanted something a little smaller for my health journal because I'm using a week's size and
Mm-hmm.
that's too big. Like it's long. It gets the job
Oh.
done, but
Mm-hmm.
if I had something that was maybe like this big, which is like the like a A6 or
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
like I think a passport one would be too small maybe, but I think the A6 one might do the trick. I think it's the
Mm-hmm.
A6. I don't remember all the sizes. I want that for my health so that it's small, it's tiny. I could pop it in um my purse and go from there.
Yeah, I on TikTok, this girl has a type A and type B planner.
Uh-huh.
And uh, is there a group for just in between? Because I think that's where I am. It's not like type B. I'm not like aloof, but I'm not anal like type A. So like is
Hmm.
there a middle? But she has those and I was looking at them for like daily and I was like, ooh, I like that too. But I do like the one that I have. I've been very consistent with that one because it's undated, it's daily, and I just do my to-do list that way, and I get so much stuff done. Like I don't stress as much because everything's in my head because it's on this paper. Like have been very diligent to use that. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use that or if I want to like, because I've been consistently using that, do I want to graduate back to having a full-on planner? But I also don't want to waste my money. So those are the things that I'm going through right now. I think they're like, I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Well, you can always get an undated, like you can always go on the sites and get like an undated daily and fill in the dates as you see fit.
Yeah.
Um, but what about a regular journal like feels overwhelming to you?
I think it's the like for like a regular like the regular planner that I was just talking about.
Uh-huh.
That one, I think it's just it has like finance, it has trips, it has this, it has that, and I'm just like I have to keep up with all these things, and I rather just have something where I can just check off the list of things for that week. And like for mine, it has like the
Oh,
goals and set
right.
attentions. Like I like that type of stuff. I'm not a big, I don't mind the finance stuff, or I don't mind like the birthday
So
stuff, but
sorry to cut you off, but
you're good.
I just be ignoring that shit.
Yeah.
I don't not anymore at least. I don't buy planners to follow them to the T. I buy them to make them what I
Mhm.
need.
Yeah.
So the reason that I like Sterling Ink is because it has all of the like main components that I want. Like I want a note section. I want to be able to see the weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I need the months, right? Everything
Mm-hmm.
else, I don't use it how it says it should be used. I use it how
Mm-hmm.
what makes sense to me. So I think that's
Yeah.
something that you can keep in mind too. Like it helped a lot me looking up videos of how other people used their
Yeah, true.
planners because then I got an idea the range in which I could go, right? I literally can do whatever. So maybe that'll help you too, because I like
Yeah.
for this, right? So in the front of this basically looks like our the bigger sterling inks that we have. But like
Hmm.
this section here. So
Yeah.
I had the intention of tracking like my period, um, if I was bumping uglies with somebody, my migraines, things like that. I just didn't keep up with it. But when you look
Hmm.
at the one for my reading journal, I
Hmm.
was keeping up with my reading and keeping stats on these 2 pages. So it's like you got to figure out what's going to work for you, um, what you'll use and what you don't use. And I think the other thing that I had to tell myself was like, oh, even if I fall off, that doesn't necessarily mean that my journal was a fail. I just didn't
Yeah.
incorporate it in my life at that moment correctly, right? Like I've
Yeah.
gotten it out of my head that I have to journal every day because that's sometimes unrealistic for me, whether it's because
Hmm.
of my health or because of my mental health or because I'm busy. It's just not
Hmm.
realistic all the time. There are months where I do every day, and me skipping a week or two
Hmm.
doesn't mean that I'm like a failure or that my system isn't working, right? It just means I didn't make the time. But yeah, friend, you could just ignore that shit. I be putting stickers and shit on top of the stuff that I don't want to
Hmm.
use, or gluing the pages together. I'm good for gluing some pages together. I don't want to look at the shit. Um, Glue them all together. Now they gone.
Yeah. No, that's another way to think because I like if I stopped, then I feel like I'm a failure at just stopping. But this
Mm-hmm.
year I made it conscious decision like if I don't do it that week, it's just because A, maybe I just didn't need to use it that week because there wasn't much going on for me to track.
Mm-hmm.
And then B, I just couldn't mentally I was just not there, just didn't feel like it or just whatever. It's like so many moving parts. Like all of I think majority of June I didn't use it because of moving. Like I don't
Right.
really need
And
it
you
for
can,
that.
I think the
Yeah.
other thing I was just telling somebody in my Discord in the book club where I was like, you can always go backwards. Like, you can always
Mm-hmm.
go back and write different things that you did in June
Yeah.
in your planner. You don't have to just, it doesn't have to be completely blank, or you could put from like if it took you from the 15th to the 31st of June to move, you could put dots in a long line and I was moving, right? It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
always have to be as detailed and pretty as you want it to be, right? Or like it doesn't always have to be like this long drawn out session in order for things
Mm-hmm.
to get done. Sometimes all you can do in the moment is put some dots in a line and be like, I did this day,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever the case may be. So I don't know. Black and white thinking is really hard for me because I it's hard for me to think about the in between, right? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
statism in me. Because all or nothing is just that's just how my mind functions. But I've had to
Mm-hmm.
like unlearn that little by little. And in some areas of my life, I can't unlearn the black and white thinking of either I did it correctly and it's done, or if I didn't do
Mm-hmm.
it at all, that means I failed. There's no in between. There are certain areas of my life where I can't think that way.
Yeah.
And I can't unbreak the habit, but I had to be intentional with like I want journaling to be fun. And also, as people that work in social media, we understand that like the people that make journaling content that we think is cool, that's work for them. We know what that looks like because people
Mm-hmm.
look at us and think that like, oh, they're always reading or like they have all this time to read, blah, blah, blah. So the people that create that same content, to us it looks like they have all of that same time, but we know what that means as content creators, right? Like we understand
Yeah.
the work that actually goes into it and how they're probably multitasking, right? That them working in their journal is their journaling time and they just happen to record it,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
I think that's something that changed my perspective too, because I'm like, oh, I know that these people ain't just at the house putting stickers, drawing and shit all day every day. Like they have lives, just like I'm not sitting in here reading
Mm-hmm.
every second of the day, even though it seems that way. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like if you look at my socials and things like that. But I know that's not true. So I had to put that in my mind too. Like
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it don't, your journal don't have to be no hour long
Hmm.
situation. It could be a couple minutes and that's enough for right now. Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's like exactly right. But yeah, friend. Other than you'd only read one book, right?
Yep.
Yeah, same.
I thought my Kobo was gonna be here and
Oh
I was gonna
yeah.
read Robbie Renee's new book, Echo's Dream, maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's called. Um, because Kobo has Kobo Plus. Um, I've been looking through it
Mm-hmm.
before it came to see like what black authors I could find, what black books I could find, what books by people of color. Um, and it's hard. All of the traditionally published things are the same. So like all of the books that are coming out, like I can find those to purchase, but the Kobo Plus stuff is like a lot of white authors or like the black authors is books that's titled like Married to My BBW Queen or like, I fucked the white lady's husband. Like a beg. Please give me something. Jesus Christ.
I hope you really do get to work with them to really get some shit going
I
because of
hope so
what
too,
is
because what
happening.
are we talking about? Like, and I've tried like typing different things in because then I'm like, okay, using my brain, right? Let think of SEO things. Like, what things would someone type into
Hmm.
search that people may tag the books under? However, um, um, like trying to think that way, right?
Hmm.
Like thinking, I'm trying to think big, bitch, not small. And
Hmm.
I did see someone on Threads. Um, this looks like a fantasy type book or whatever. She said that her stuff was on Kobo Plus. So I downloaded that. But yeah, no, it's so far it's been I'm like, bro, help me, help us, help you, something.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause
I'm interested to see where Kobo goes.
yeah, I'm like it's very disheartening right now because I think the benefit of um Kindle Unlimited is being able to have access to a whole bunch of different authors. And with Kobo Plus, which I think is awesome, you get unlimited, like you can borrow an unlimited amount of books. Like you don't have to, after a certain point with Kindle Unlimited, you got to return
Hmm.
something to get it, whatever. You don't have to do that on Kobo Plus.
You can just keep borrowing. Oh, interesting.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like they have all of these benefits that are cool, but if it's going to take me forever to find
Hmm.
the type of books that I want to read. And again, I don't mean reading, I don't mind reading outside my comfort zone. The only hard no I have is the C word for the male appendage. That's where I cut all this shit off. No, thank you.
Hmm.
But like everything else, I don't mind reading, but it's also just like
Yeah. Well, I hope it gets better.
I hope so too. Because I really feel like I'm gonna really like using
Hmm.
um my Kobo, especially with the little buttons and my stylus. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Do we have any church announcements?
No, I don't think so. I think we're pretty solid. We already told everybody we're reading Bernice McFadden's book this
Mm-hmm.
month. Yeah, nothing
Oh, I
crazy.
got a church announcement. Y'all, I am a barber now.
Please. Oh my gosh.
I cut my own hair. all by myself. For those of you that watch on the YouTubes, you can see I did all by
That's
myself with
good. Mm-hmm.
clippers and not just some regular house scissors because that's what I was using before. And before y'all get to typing all hard and yelling all loud, if just doing shit was a person, it would be me. I am the poster child for just be doing shit. Okay. But my clippers came in the mail the other day. They cool. They're wireless. Um,
Okay.
I felt real professional. Okay, and it wasn't that
Mm-hmm.
expensive either. I think it was like it came with like the clippers and the little trimmer thing or whatever
Mm-hmm.
for like $40,
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
whatever. I ain't want to spend a whole bunch of money, but they sat in the box for a little while because I was a little scared because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I mean, I know that I'd be pretty bald. I know I wouldn't look bad, but that wasn't what I wanted for my life per se.
Yeah.
But I just put a guard on it and I did a good job. It's all even.
It's not bad. Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah, I
It
did a good
looks like
job.
how it normally does.
Right. But what y'all couldn't see was how patchy and uneven it actually was because I was just using scissors and I had no
Oh.
way to like, right. So to you, I
Mm-hmm.
look normal. But I know that I was in that bathroom with no glasses on and some scissors doing like this,
Jesus. Jesus.
just pulling and cutting. That's it.
Ugh.
So I'm proud of myself. We can add that. What else did I become this year? I'm a veterinarian tech, a vet
Oh
tech,
yeah.
because I took Gunner stitches out his ear. And I'm a
Mm-hmm.
barber. So speak to me nice.
What else have we done? I think those are the two main things.
Those are the two main things.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend told me that I'm a literary critic. Excuse me, because somebody
Mm-hmm.
tried to be shady to me, and she was like, "Bitch, my friend is a literary critic." I was like, "I know that's right, girl. Hype your friend up."
I mean, like we talked about, like in a sense, it's literally what we're doing. We're
Yeah,
critiquing
absolutely.
work. And I think when people hear like nowadays, you know what's interesting? So I was watching Project One Runway.
Hmm.
Um Actually, that's what I did do. I watched a lot of documentaries, so we can go through those. I only
Okay.
listened to one book, but hey. Anyways, but Project Runway, I think it's like people are like on the show, the judges were critiquing like Law Roach and saying that he's too mean. But I'm like, bring back Shane. Bring back, and it's not
Yes.
even shame, it is critiquing. That's what, like, it's literally critiquing an outfit. You can't tell these people, oh, everything looks good, then we just gonna get crap. And that's what we got
Right.
in this world is repetitiveness and crap. And I think we need more of that. We need
But you know
more of
what?
that.
I was saying to someone earlier that people don't know how to have conversation anymore either. And they
Mm-hmm.
think that there were layers to this conversation, but people think that when someone tells you that they disagree with you, that that's automatically a insult to your
Yes.
character or whatever the case may be. And I think, especially in the Black community, that stems from us being raised by people that told us, "Do what I say, do not question me." So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
in hindsight, I know for me, disliking something and not understanding something feels similar because
Mm-hmm.
I was never taught how to distinguish between the two. So I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people come into these conversations where they see someone that's saying to them like, "Oh, I don't like this."
Mm-hmm.
And however they're reacting must be negative because that's all that
Mm-hmm.
they know, right? Like they never had to differentiate between "I don't like" and "I don't understand" or "I'm uncomfortable," right? Like they've never had to
Yes.
distinguish between those things. They only know what it means from however they were taught it.
Yes. And I think there is an art to critiquing. Like, I think that's one of the major benefits. Like, how we were talking, like, how we were just saying, like, people are told no, or you have to listen to what I say, because that's how it is in a Black household. Like, I've always heard that from my dad, because I said so. Can I get an explanation? But like, but
Right.
that's embedded in our brain, and then like just is pretty much what it is. But when I was in art school, and they would be like, you need to give us more information as to why you do not like something. That is part of the art of critiquing. You say, hey, I may not like this photo, And it's also how you deliver things as well. I don't be
Right,
saying like I
right,
hate the photo. I'll be like, hey, I think you could have maybe added just a little bit more of this. Maybe you could have angled it differently, or the shadows are a little too deep. Maybe you could have color graded it differently, whatever the case may be. I like, or, and then you add on, hey, I like, however, like this photo over here because you did X, Y, and Z. So I think you should implement that into this photo over here. You see how, like, it's not a mean way of saying I hate it
right. But
or like it's terrible.
I
Yeah.
also think time and place is important too, right? Because I've
Mm-hmm.
had like people that are just acquaintances try to critique me on this like larger level where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, our relationship is not serious enough for me to take any of this, like, or to like have this kind of conversation with you. Versus if you came
Mm-hmm.
to me and said, like, oh, you said this thing and made me uncomfortable or whatever, I'm more prone to listening and to like quelling my emotions to hear you because I know it comes from a
Mm-hmm.
good place or like I know you and I care about the relationship enough. I remember a couple months ago, somebody was like, whatever I said, I was like, oh, tighten up or something like that. Like, oh, you don't know such
Mm-hmm.
such tighten up. And it was like they sent me this long dissertation
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
about how I had hurt their feelings and this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, one, you're projecting, but and also,
Mm-hmm.
I don't do this with niggas that like I no.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, nigga. Like, I'm not doing this with you. We don't
Yeah.
have the rapport enough to. So I think that's the other thing too. A lot of people feel this level of like, well, I said it, so you should listen. No,
Yeah.
ain't
Yeah.
nobody got to listen to you. Your
Yeah.
feelings are yours. Nobody has to just agree with you. Nobody just has to create space for you. Nobody has to do anything. People can choose not to want to hear what you have to say.
And I think that's another thing people feel like their feelings are law.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like it's literally
Yes.
a fact. What I'm saying to you is a fact, not an opinion. No, it is an opinion. That is why when we're talking about the art of critiquing and we're talking about critiquing art, it's like, okay, this is my opinion. It is not a fact. I
Right. It's
mean,
not a
if
fact.
this
And
show
and
me, yeah, go ahead.
two things
Sorry.
can be true at once, right? My
Mm-hmm.
opinion could align with facts, right? My
Mm-hmm.
opinion in some situations could actually be fact,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't always have to go together. Like they don't always
Yeah.
have to be a thing. And people, your feelings are yours, so they're valid, but somebody else don't have to, you know.
No, and like we like you may not like a book, but I may like it, right?
Mhm.
And let's go to a perfect example. I enjoyed Harlem Rhapsody because the state I was in a very like reading slump and it was messy and it
Yes.
just whatever. But for you, you were not in a reading slump and you were like, this book is not the greatest book in
Right.
the
It ain't
world.
it.
But it's not like I'm just gonna be like I've always prefaced to people, hey, like, look, it's not the greatest work of historical fiction.
Right.
But if you just want a little mess to get out of something and just like to clear your mind and be mindlessly reading, don't even take everything seriously. Please don't. Other than W.E.B. Du Bois was crap and just in general,
Right.
you could take that as a fact,
Right.
but don't, it's chill.
Right.
So like those are things I don't think people take that in consideration at all. And it like it muddies the waters when we're having conversations all the time. It really does.
Like even with that particular person, they were like very entitled in their thinking in general. Like they felt like people
Hmm.
had to listen to them or people should respect them because they do all of these things. Baby, I wouldn't know you from a
Mm.
hole in a wall.
Well, I was going to say something else, but I'll keep that off there.
So it's like, like I people or okay, in the Discord the other day, you read Kirby Girl Summer, right? You read
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
recently, right? Okay.
We read
What's
it for book
the
club. Yeah.
person was saying that the male main character in Kirby Girl Summer was toxic. And I was like, but they said, oh, okay, all right, come on, we're gonna have this whole, we're gonna flesh this conversation out on today. Because I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone here? So they were like, the conversation started because they said, oh, is plus size player like Kirby Girl Summer? Because I didn't like Kirby Girl Summer. And I was like, well, don't read it then because it's the same author, it's in the same series. Like there are probably going to be things that you didn't like in one that are probably going to show up in this because it's probably something towards the author that or their
Hmm.
author style, technique, whatever. It's okay, don't read it.
Hmm.
And they were just like, well, I've had it on my bookshelf for a long time. The book just came out, but anyway, um, and like they said that they want to read. Okay, I personally don't believe in forcing yourself to read something. Hell, we just talked about DNF in a book last episode, right? I don't believe in
Hmm.
forcing yourself to read anything. If you don't vibe with it, don't vibe with it. There's too many books out here for you to read and enjoy versus forcing yourself to read something. So I think I may have asked them like, well, why didn't you like Curvy Girl Summer? And they were like, because why do I keep wanting to call him Rome? That is not his name.
No, it's I don't know his name. I forgot. He's not memorable like Rome. Not I wouldn't say not memorable, but you know what I mean. Like
Ahmad is his name.
Ahmad. Yes,
I've
yes.
been wanting to call him Rome for days now. Anyway, so she was like, because Ahmad was toxic. And I'm like, but she prefaced that with, um, it's because I'm an aspiring psychologist that I can tell that Ahmad is toxic.
Aspiring, heavy on aspiring.
I said, that sounds like personal preference, right? Like from your lived experience, you identify his actions as
Hmm.
toxic when they were not. I'm like, a psychologist would tell you that. The fuck do we be talking about? Like, you don't need, just say that you didn't like something. It's okay not to like things that other people did not like. It's okay to have discourse about it. But there also doesn't
Hmm.
have, you don't have to like, it doesn't make you cool that you don't like the thing that everyone else likes.
And also, you know what it comes from? People have like this deep FOMO of like not liking a book. I really feel like that is a thing. I think people have this deep FOMO of not liking a book and not being part of the crowd. And then, or you have the opposite of people that are like, I'm too cool for school to even like this book. Like there's two people, there's two types of people. I have FOMO for not liking this book and I'm really, really trying to like this book and I really, really want to read it and I need to read it type of thing. And then there's the person that's like, well, I'm better than everybody because I didn't like this book and I'm going to scream about it from the
Right.
top of my lungs. There's like two people on the internet sometimes that just be, and if you don't like the book, you don't like the book. It's really okay. Like I'm
Like,
not.
I think when I've told people that I don't plan on reading the Akatar series,
Hmm.
Accorda, whatever the hell it's called, I
Hmm.
tried to read the first one and the main character is really annoying. But when I say like, yeah, no, I'm not reading that, I have no desire to read it, people look at me funny because they think that I'm coming across as the like, I think I'm better than you because I read better books.
Yeah.
When really is I don't like characters. Like I'm not gonna sit and force myself to read a book where I don't like the main character.
Yeah, and I heard, I've heard it's a great book. Outside of, I've never really had no desire to. That's another thing,
Right,
because
right.
it never really came across my feed until people were making like a big deal, obviously about the author being a Zionist and all the things, whatever,
Mhm.
go from there. But like other than that, like I never heard of these colorful books until these controversies came out. So I never had it in my mind to be like, I'm seeking to read this book. You
And
know,
then
like,
when I tried to read the first one, friend, all of them books is like 500 plus pages, 400 plus. So when I saw how annoying the main character was, I'm not
hmm.
doing this for 500 pages. I'm not doing that with you. There are things that I
Yeah.
want to read. I'm not doing this just because that's what y'all think is good. No.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's very interesting to see where it is. But on the note of being a critic, it will kind of. But I watched the Hurricane Katrina documentary. I think you did
I
too. Did you
started
finish?
it and it was making me really sad when I'm already sad.
Yeah.
So
I stopped at one point. I was like, this is really, really sad. Like, super sad, but I finished it. I would say they did an excellent job of overall just conveying everything that happened with Katrina. I would say Ryan Coogler did his thing, per usual.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's super sad.
when I'm in a better headspace to like kind of
Hmm.
get that to roll off my back a little bit better, I definitely want to watch it. Um because there's so much of the story that wasn't told, like that we just don't know in the news.
Hmm.
Um, and I think the first thing that kind of comes to my mind with things like this is we have to remember that the news only tells us bits and pieces. So it's easy to assume that everything was okay and people were doing the right things and so on and so forth when it's from a quote unquote credible source, especially in the times that we're in today with the way that
Hmm.
they are trying to change history and do all of this stuff right in front of our eyes. I think documentaries like this are very important because although it's been 20 years since Hurricane Katrina, right?
Hmm.
Which that's
Uh,
nuts.
20, I feel like it's 20 plus years because Katrina was 2000. Yeah, no, actually it's 20 years, 21, 21. Call it
Okay.
21.
So
Yeah.
like although it's been 20, 21 years, the fact that we're still learning things, the fact that we're like just the things that we don't think about. I saw someone on somewhere on socials or someone sent it to me from TikTok. This woman talking about her brother was in prison during Hurricane Katrina and how they left prisoners for dead,
Mhm. Yeah.
couldn't get out or nothing. Like what?
You know what's even so like when I'm thinking about it, environmental racism, I don't think people really put into like in their head that environmental racism all the way through and like what it looks like. This is what environmental racism looks like in the flesh and blood.
Right.
Like as somebody that has documented environmental racism locally here, it is scary because it's invisible. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's so invisible. Like for instance, the story I covered was air quality. That is literally invisible, but like people are suffering because of how bad the air quality is in predominantly Black neighborhoods. For them, the levees, quote unquote, broke. They a lot of people say they heard an explosion. I believe it. Shoot, I'll take the conspiracy theory, honestly, because of how bad like levees just breaking. I know like the guy, one of the experts in there was saying like the levees have not been fixed in years and they did not prioritize that. And they even did a run, like a test run, like 2 years before, and they knew they needed to fix it and all this other stuff. But like these levees, like where Black communities are positioned, were blown up specifically in the ninth ward and the seventh ward, and all that water came rushing in. That is literally, and it's literally, I didn't realize how bad it was when they said the numbers of like, it's basically a great migration.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the biggest great migrations in modern day, like in 21st century, in the 21st century. I just didn't even it just didn't click to me because I'm like, for me being in Florida, like something happens, if our home something happens to our home, we can always go back or we have insurance and we can live with our parents and
Yeah,
not our
yeah,
parents
yeah.
with our grandparents or
Grandparents or
whatever.
whatever, right.
Yeah, it's not none of that clicked to me because like we're a state that regularly has hurricanes through and through. It's whatever to us. But for
Yeah, same
like,
here. Like that's how we react when like with snow more. I mean, we
mhm,
always get a hurricane season impacts us here in Jersey like every year. So it's like
yeah.
there is that sort of like, oh, it's just going it's gonna come, it's gonna pass. Like we don't, get you some bread, some peanut butter, some eggs, you'll be all right,
Yeah. I
stock
mean,
up
we'll
on
be
some
back
water.
home. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
back
like you'll
home in
be
a couple
whatever, you don't
days.
realize, you kind of get desensitized to it because you're accustomed
Hmm.
to growing up in certain things. So you can't fathom
Can't like I
that.
just could like it just and then thinking about my kid brain when this was all happening, I'm like, why are all these people like what's so bad about a category 5? Like I know how bad it
Right.
is,
Right.
but I like yeah, it's really heartbreaking. Whenever you watch it, of course, we can talk about it further. But yeah, it's just like, wow. environmental racism is a silent killer. It's very scary. It's
And to
very
think
scary.
about like, like Louisiana, New Orleans, like that's a
Hmm.
popular place, right? So to think about something like that happening there, what about all of the small towns? Because like you talking about air quality. I remember there was a documentary about a town that was in like there's a factory or something like that near all this air,
Hmm.
like the air quality there is so
It's
bad and
just,
like everybody has cancer because of whatever the
oh
remnants are in
yeah.
the air, whatever. And the state won't do anything about it. They won't like regulate the whatever the company is or whatever the case
Hmm.
may be because it's the only people that are really being affected by it are poor black people.
And same thing with similar to that example, Memphis. And there's a small town in Georgia, Tesla factories, right there, building it up. And the air quality is bad. People are complaining about it. They will not do anything. In Memphis, Louisiana, whatever small town in Georgia that's probably, majority black. It's really like Flint. We can keep going. Like
Right.
it's really sad. And people don't, I don't know why people don't think about the environment and how it impacts us, but we're living on a rotating rock. Like, uh, how do you think we breathe? I mean, obviously outside of God, but like, how do you think we like inhale oxygen? The oxygen you breathe needs to be clean. The water you bathe in needs to be clean because then you have, it's just really sad, man.
People don't
Uh-huh.
think outside of what they already know. And I think for a lot of generations, a lot of things they're born and just a lot of things just are, right? So like
Hmm.
think about for us, like we never questioned television because we were born with TVs.
True. Yeah.
We like the internet is what was fascinating to us because that was new to us, right? The generation after
Hmm.
us. Like I remember my little sister asking how to use a hotel phone because she had never seen a landline before. And I remember my dad being like, "What do you mean you don't know like how to use this, whatever?" And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Daddy, she like at the time she was maybe like 10 or 11." I'm like, "You haven't had a landline phone since she was like 3."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and who was she calling at 3? Nobody. So why would she know, right? Like she was born with smartphones. She was born with the internet. She was born with computers. So I think for a lot of people, depending on your generation, you just don't have to think about where the things came from because they just were there
Hmm.
for you. They just were there, right? Like
That's so true.
we
Yeah.
had refrigerators. Like you and I were born with refrigerators. We were born with gas stoves. We were born with
Hmm.
so on and so forth. The list can go on and on and on. So we never had to consider those things, let alone air, right? Like,
Hmm.
let alone where our water is coming from, right? The generations, our
Hmm.
grandparents or their parents, right, didn't have running water in the house, depending on where you came from. So they understand the luxury that is and where something like that comes from and what it would look like
Hmm.
if we didn't have it anymore versus us. I was born not having to go out back to our house.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
what it
It's
is. And I remember the
crazy.
one time the country ass people tried to get me to do it.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
go to hell. But there are just things that we just don't think about. There are things that we
Yeah.
don't think about. And then when you start to get on when you go a little deeper and you think about the school system, right? Like we've already surmised that the school system just isn't that great. They want to control everything. But I also think about how parents don't want their kids taught certain things. So what conversations are they missing out on in science
Yeah.
and whatever that will help them later on because they're so focused on religion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
and,
with
you know, it's crazy to think about. Like, it's weird. Like, I actually, funny, just a funny side note. I was getting my nails done today, and my nail tech is younger than me. Like, he was born in 2003.
oh, I'm a whole 10 years older than that baby,
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so we were talking about Kelly Clarkson's husband passed away, or
her
ex-husband passed away.
ex-husband. May he
Yeah,
rest in shit.
I know.
He was
He was
terrible to that lad,
terrible,
terrible to that lady.
and she still took care of him.
Was trying to take
Anyways,
her for all her money.
That's what you know. Anyways,
Just like Bernie Mac said, may he rest in shit.
exactly. So I was like, Kelly Clarkson's husband passed away. He was like, wow, that's so sad. And however we got into the topic, he was like, oh, I said that was her manager and she had to cancel her residency. He was like, she has a residency? I was like, yeah. He was like, what does she do outside of a talk show host? I was like, she's a singer. I was like, did you watch American Idol? He was like, no, I never watched American Idol. She was on American Idol?
The
I was
very
like,
first season, girl.
I said she was literally on the first season of American Idol. What are we talking
Jessica,
about?
you and I are the elders in the room now.
I said, and
Ah,
then I had to go down.
we
He was like, I was like, do you know Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia were on American Idol? He was like, no, I didn't know that. I was like, what about Jordan Sparks? He was like, I didn't know that either. Going to
oh
go
why?
on. I was like,
Why?
every time I see you, you make me feel older and older than I need
You
to.
and I are the
Are
elders in
the
the
elders
room.
for real? I was like, you really? He was like, yeah, I was just born in 2003.
Oh, one thing I do know, Kelly Ann Marie
Mm-hmm.
Clarkson gets up there and she sings some good old
Sings.
flat-footed singing. Do you hear me? And she can sing
Yes.
anything.
Anything. And he was like,
Anything.
what song does she sing? And I was like, have you heard Since You've Been Gone? He was like, I didn't know that was her. I was like, oh my God, what? Yes. And I was like, he was like, wow, that makes sense. I was like, she can sing anything. She can sing down. I said, you need to do some research. The next time I come back, you need to know her whole catalog at this point. I don't even know her whole catalog, but you need to know it.
Wow.
Yeah, we are
That's
old.
the name of this episode. We are the elders in the room. It is
And
us.
it's crazy. Like, and I said, wow, there's a whole generation that doesn't know American
Yes.
Idol. They don't know. Well, he knows America's Got Talent because he knew One Direction. Yeah, One Direction was on America's Got
Okay,
Talent.
see, America's Got Talent I didn't watch. I know what it is, but I wasn't.
It was
But
pretty
like,
good.
okay, so
Hmm.
my version of that same conversation when I was little, we were at a family, whatever, and I'm the baby. So they
Hmm.
were like, Shelby, do this, Shelby, do that, Shelby, do this, whatever, whatever. And one of my cousins was like,
Hmm.
you tell them that your name ain't Kizzy, and you tell them no. And I went to my mom and I was like, who's Kizzy? And everybody was like, she ain't seen Roots. And my mom was like, she is a baby. Why am I watching Roots with a baby? What the hell? And they all was like, oh, true. So like every generation has some
They
iteration of
had
that,
that.
you know?
It's like, wow. I was like,
But yeah,
wow.
no, Kelly Clarkson. I assumed he would have known who she was because she has her talk show.
He knows her from that. That's all he knows
Okay,
her
that's
of
all he
her.
knows
Like
though.
that's
Okay.
Jennifer Hudson too. That's all he knows of her. He didn't even know who Fantasia was. Yeah, yeah. Crazy times, man. Because Fantasia Barrino was voted
If
for
you
in the
don't want
House.
me, then don't talk to me. Yes, same. Same.
I had to give a whole like history breakdown. I really am the
Because
elder. It's
the first thing
crazy.
I was about to say, he didn't know that Fantasia could read. I
I was like, she had her own Lifetime movie. She
yes,
had I had to
a
go
a
to
television show because her family was trifling.
this is why my nails take forever to get done because I'm over here
Because you be having to
schooling the
school
boy.
him. That's crazy. I never considered that they didn't know who these people were.
Me neither. I really didn't think about it. And you know, my sister, she's 5 years younger than me. She was born 2000, but it's kind of like, well, she was forced to watch these things that I watched because
Right.
I'm the oldest. It's only
Yeah.
right. But like I just never thought about the wow.
Yeah, I don't I never considered that.
Yeah, it's
I never
crazy.
considered that at all.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Well, segue. How do you feel about the Center of Fiction Awards? For today we're talking about awards, guys. How did you feel about
I like
the
their
list?
list. I like
Hmm.
their list a lot. I
Yeah.
think out in comparison to the Booker Prize, it's a lot more diverse.
Yes.
It just is. I think that's the thing that stood out to me the most was the diversity because there are
Very.
multiple Black authors. What I didn't see is I don't think there are any collections of short stories on there.
Hmm.
And I feel like I don't know that there are any other books that were collections of short stories that won like a Booker or one of the like awards, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see any now that I think about it. I'm looking, perusing through the list again. Because I was
Yeah, I didn't
like
see.
you said, it was very diverse. Like I see a lot of Black and Hispanic, and even when it comes to like which one, what am I trying to say? When it comes to sexual orientation, not sexual
Yeah,
orientation. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know what you mean now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very representative of that LGBTQ plus. There we go. When it comes to
Yes.
that, it's very diverse across the board.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that because it this opens up
Hmm.
opportunities for authors. Were there any on the list besides the ones that that we already want to read or have? Was there
Hmm.
anything on the list that you said, "Hey, I need to read that"?
Um, a couple. I liked Pan. Pan looked interesting to me.
I want that just because of the cover. That's the cover is
Yes.
beautiful.
The
The cover
cover
is
is
beautiful.
stunning. When I don't like that's that cover is amazing. Songs of No Province sounded interesting as well.
Okay.
Um, another cover that in a synopsis, of course, but another cover that I really liked, If the Dead Belong Here.
Yes.
That cover is stunning and it also sounded very fascinating because it's an indigenous story that it feels like. I think those I'm trying to see whichever ones I'm
Okay, this
missing.
one, Myra,
Let me see. Hold it up. Yes, that's one. Yeah, 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 yeah,
and it
yeah.
seems like it's gonna be maybe like creepy
Mm-hmm.
because I've kind of been in the mood since I read Blood Slaves and it didn't scare me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want something that's gonna creep me out real bad.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'll finish House of Bone and Rain. I did
Which
that
one?
last year. Maybe I'll do
House
that because
of.
that one was supposed to be a little creepy.
Oh, yes, that one. I remember that one.
But I've
Yeah,
been looking for I want to be scared. I don't know what
I've
that
been in
is, but
this I've been in the same mood too. Like a
that's
weird
good.
like
Yeah, like I want something weird. Like what was the River Solomon book that I read with the green cover?
oh, model home, model home.
Model Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
that was creepy and weird. I want
Mm-hmm.
I want to read something like that, you know? So
Yeah,
Myra looks like it's gonna be
yeah, that's a good
creepy
one.
and weird. I want to read
Hmm.
Loca too, because I heard good things about
Mhm.
that one.
That one looks like I like the cover. I liked how they utilize the cover. And I did like that one. I like that one too. And I'm also looking at some of these like, what are some good ones for like book club picks too?
Right.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of good ones on there. A lot of great choices. I'm
Yeah.
very happy.
Awake in the Floating City.
That
That
one's a,
looks good.
that looks good too. Fantasies of Future Things is one that I need to read.
Yes.
I was thinking about about it for Q1,
Hmm.
but I also want to make sure that we're not starting off too heavy.
Yeah, I get you.
So I might push it back or just read it on my own.
I'm starting the year off with a memoir, so
Yeah, which memoir are you starting off with?
they might be listening. I'll tell you later.
Okay, okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm doing all black women for Q1. So,
Mm.
um,
What did we just, oh, that might be something I'll ask you when we get off. What did we decide for February? Because I can't remember.
um, the Harlem Rhapsody book.
Harlem Rhapsody.
Who was Harlem Rhapsody about? Come on, let's play charades.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool.
That's hilarious. Okay, I
That's
just want to see
funny.
what this author looks like. Oh, is he not a? Okay, maybe he is a black man. Oh, he is.
Which one?
Natch.
Natch.
Yeah, it's on the long list. Hold on, I gotta scroll back. I just wanted to know what I mean, his name is Daryl Kinsey. I thought that was a nigga.
Yeah, I think it's that.
I mean, I looked up his
Ibis.
name. He is, but whenever I see Natch, I assume that they mean Natchez. So
Hmm.
where's the book? This says, at the age of 29, tired of trying to get along with members of his crew and tired of the money going into someone else's pocket, Natch begins working for himself, climbing and cutting down trees in the foothills of North Georgia. He has his
Hmm.
truck, ropes, climbing gear, and a rotating selection of secondhand saws he finds at pawn shops and flea markets. He is free to work as he pleases, and he believes he is fine with his life as it is, living alone in an old hunting cabin at the end of a dirt lane, enjoying his habits, exploring his vices, and living, as he puts it, like some wild thing let loose on the world. Then he meets Asha. Hey, I have a cousin named Asha, an alluring woman who works the night shift at a convenience store. He finds himself needing her in a way that he has never needed anyone before. Among her charms and her passions for reading and belly dance, her
Hmm.
ambition to put herself through school to become a therapist, she believes her studies will cure her of the familiar dysfunctions she faced as a child and eventually enable her to help others. When Asha discovers she is expecting a child, the young couple struggles to convert the excitement of their early days together into a more steadfast companionship. Over the seasons of her pregnancy, Asha discovers that the freedom of their hard scrabble existence is overshadowed by the constant threat of misfortune and injury, and she finds herself, I don't know this word, timorous, Timorous.
Where is it? I'm reading the same thing. I missed that.
It's in the last paragraph, like close to the bottom. Finds
Oh,
herself
timorous. Yeah.
to
Timorous?
bring search with Google.
Hmm.
Timorous. Oh yeah, timorous,
Yeah.
showing or suffering from nervousness, fear, or the lack of confidence. Taught y'all a
Hmm.
word today. To bring a child into, oh, so nervous to bring a child into a setting where chainsaws are everywhere, where constant fires burn the bones of felled trees, in a world of endless struggle in which finding more work means finding more danger. This sounds like it's gonna be like the wait, like it's gonna be boring to read.
Oh.
But it
It
might be
sounds interesting.
right. But I'm thinking about like what would have to go into putting those scenes together,
Yeah.
you know? But I still give it a
Yeah.
try. The cover is very intriguing.
Yeah, I like it sounds interesting. I like the cover. I might get it on. Now that you said the weight, now I'm a little bit apprehensive. Should I buy it outright or should I just get it on Libby and buy
Right.
it later? We'll
Oh, they
see.
got pictures of all the authors down at the bottom of the
Ah, why don't we just keep that?
right. Why they didn't say that? If they would have
Oh,
told
okay.
me.
Addie, okay. Black woman.
Oh no, Daryl is a white man. Dang.
No way.
Daryl's a white man. Well, I'll be.
Oh.
The
Mm,
Kiana Walker Lamel. No, but I genuinely like this list better than the Booker one because it's
hmm
way more diverse and their list is longer, but I don't think they do. I think for their short list, there's only one winner. I think whereas with like
mm,
the Booker Prize,
hmm
I think all the like short lists get a prize of some sort. I don't know. But I just enjoy that it's way more diverse because we you can reach more people that way. More people benefit from it.
hmm
And the Center for Fiction is just dope.
Yeah. I when I come, I really, really, really want to go.
I
Um,
got tickets for the Angela Flournoy.
I'm waiting for them to drop it.
I'm so excited because it's at the Center for Fiction. I just need to make sure mom and I get there early so I could be sitting in like the front row.
You know who's moderating? Oh, you don't like her.
Who?
Issa Rae.
She just her teeth are big and she makes me uncomfortable.
I know that's why you don't
That's
like
all.
her.
Yeah, her
It just
teeth are big and makes me uncomfortable. Mm.
makes me chuckle every time you say
Her
it
like
too.
her awkwardness is tangible for me, and I don't know why it doesn't make other people uncomfortable because it makes me very uncomfortable. I mean,
When I tell you,
rooting for everyone black. I'm so happy for her. I'm glad she's successful. One of the things that I do admire about her is how she has kept her husband under wraps. I love that for you, girl.
yeah, she
Same.
has.
I will also too be married, and nobody will know who that nigga is.
Yeah.
Um, I also there was an interview one time where she was talking about her nephew was having a like a school fundraiser, and like whoever sold the
Mhm.
most got this whatever thing. So she was like buying all the shit to make sure her baby won. And I said, you know, she might not be too bad. That's my kind of carrying on.
I'm so dead. I love Issa's funny, but I know what you mean. Because when I'm watching Insecure, there are moments where I like the visibly like I'm cringing at how bad
Yes, it
secondhand
makes.
embarrassment is. I like because AJ never watched it the first time
Hmm.
when I think when the last season was coming out, he went to watch it. So when I was rewatching it, I was like, this is
And like
bad. It's
I
great, but
already,
it's bad. Yeah.
I already don't like sincerely watch television. Like I already put the TV on just to like be doing something else while the TV is on. So
hmm
for me to be that, like for me to be cringy with something that is just background noise, is that's a lot. That's a lot.
I get it. I get it. But no,
You know,
I like this list.
it's a lot of people that I don't like that everybody else like. And when I say it, they be like, what? But yes, it's a very good list because that Booker Prize list,
Well, we know the judges.
yeah,
hmm
Kylie Reed was one of the judges this year. But
Yeah.
what's that other lady? Babalewu?
Bob, the one that wrote the one that wrote Love It was it Love and Color?
I
The
think
short story collection. Or Honey and Spice. Honey and Spice.
yes.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go.
I did like her short story it was a decent. Sorry.
My friend said,
I had to think about because it was I liked maybe 3 out of 5.
okay. I
Was it
didn't read
5?
Honey and Spice.
I didn't. I steered away. I didn't want to play with nobody else's YA romance book.
Um, but yeah, maybe next year with the Booker Prize. What else is coming out? Oh, Pulitzer.
Pulitzer's next. Who else got another one?
Mm-mm.
Um, I think those are the only one. National? No.
Yeah, National Book Award. That's usually in the fall. But I don't think they
Yeah.
do a long list, short list. I don't know.
I don't. I think they just announced, and then that's
Yeah,
about it. Yeah. So so far, I think this one's a really solid one. Mm,
yeah. I can't wait to see this one get bigger because I think this is their second year doing this. I think
I like that. I like that.
second or third year. But yeah, it's
And
a wonderful bookstore.
I like seeing Even though we didn't, did you finish the book, The Devil Three Times?
No.
Me neither. I
I
like
it's
that
gonna
for
have
him.
it's gonna have to wait. I know what I wanted to talk to you about.
Hmm.
This here is love. You need to go get that. You need to
They're
just go get
sending
a
it to
copy.
me.
Okay.
Somebody reached out to me and was like, "Hey, do you want it?" I was like, "Absolutely."
Um, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So a quote from This Here Is Love says, to lay blame where blame belonged was to invite the whip or worse for both her and Bless. White folks hurt slaves when they then brutalized them for showing their suffering. So Cassie heaped misdirected anger over seeds of bitterness against her own child. There was no other safe ground in which it could root.
Mm, she writing.
I said,
She
girl,
is right. What do they do at spoken word?
please don't do that. I will hang up. I was like, girl,
No, that's good. Yeah,
um,
I'm excited to get it. They're sending it, so I was like, yes, give it to me now.
so yeah, it's very, very good. So far, so good. And that's within the first 50 pages, that quote. So I'm
Okay.
curious to see where it goes.
Um, what else? I Am Not Sydney, like I told you, was excellent. I think you would enjoy it. It was a great book discussion.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's a really great book discussion. And it was just, his mind is just crazy. Rachel Everett is just like, I just love him. Like, how do you think about it? How do you think about, like, basically it follows a kid that is literally, his name is I Am Not Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Every time his name, no, actually, it's not Sydney. His name is not Sydney. And they're like, well, you look like him. Like every
Oh.
gradually. And he's like, no, I'm not Sydney at all. Like, that's my name. It's not Sydney. And his mother named him that. It's just the fun, like, you're gonna be laughing the whole entire book. I promise you. That man is crazy. And a lot of the chapters are of Sydney's like movies. Like
Oh.
literally. Like it just mirrors some of his movies as you go
Mm-hmm.
along with through it. It's hilarious. It's really it's really funny. I don't know how he does it. I just need to meet him at one point in life and be like, Let me borrow your brain and tell me how do you do this?" Like literally. And so I texted Sarah, I was like, "You would have a ball annotating this one."
Sarah wants to uh put historical fiction about slavery on a timeline. Because whatever she was reading, she was like, she didn't realize that the lives and the impact of certain things would impact a slave depending on what time in history we're in. Not those
Mm.
exact words, but like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
not verbatim, but that's basically the gist of it. So if you think of any um historical fiction, because I was like, how can I help you with that? Because yes,
I'm trying to think. Um, hmm.
because whatever she was reading, it's close to the Civil War.
Hmm. Did she put Jasmine Ward already down?
That was one of the first ones
Yeah,
she thought
that's one
of.
of the
I told
first
her
ones.
Beloved. I told her
I love it.
um
Um, maybe no slavery. She said slavery.
mhm. I don't know, just
Mm,
if you think of something,
the sweetness
send
of
it.
water. I'll send it to her. But I don't know what time or what's the one by Robert Jones Jr.?
Yeah, I couldn't think of
The
the name of that one either.
Prophets. The
Yeah,
Prophets. Yeah, I'll send those two to her. Um,
I'm texting it right now because I forgot about The Book of Night Women.
I need to read that one. Two things I'm craving is something creepy and a lot of historical fiction and short stories too.
Yeah, no, I definitely want something creepy.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely something creepy. But I don't know. I just might just give my body a break and maybe this week we ain't reading for real. Try again next week.
Yeah. I know we need to start reading next week.
Yeah,
Like,
Friday. We'll be all right.
yeah, we need to at least start reading next week at the very least. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
if I were
I'm
you, I would start reading whatchamacallit's book, Bernice
yeah.
McFadden's.
Yeah. I need to read that like yesterday. Um,
Yeah, I'll probably start that like Sunday or Monday.
yeah.
And between that and This Here Is Love, that'll take me into next week.
I'll probably do that. Start Capadonna to like pull me out.
Yeah, I was thinking
And
about reading Capri, but then I was like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for all her whining.
yeah, push that
But
out to
I
like
want to read Kasim so bad. And they saying don't just start Kasim without reading Capri. But
mm,
I feel like my mother told me enough of what happened that I could.
you're probably gonna want to know. You're probably gonna want to read it yourself. I feel like you might.
Boo.
I know. I feel like you should push that out to like end of year. Like when you've done all your heavy reading, you should like put up with Capri's whining and then go into that like October. I feel like that
Damn.
might be when you're gonna start. Capadonna, I think after I finish this series, after I finish Capadonna, I'll probably wait for Capri.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably wait for Capri.
Well, then I need something. Maybe I'll read some of Drea Anderson's books because I really enjoyed the Hamilton brothers. I like the Shifters.
I was
But
gonna say that's the shifters.
there was something I added to
Actually, I might
my
read something different like that.
yeah, the Hamilton brothers were really good. And I had the other two books that I read by her, Devin and Declan, they
Mm-hmm.
were werewolves.
Hmm.
Yeah, they were werewolves. So I know I just added something to my thing. Oh, Neck Mills has a new book called A Player's Prayer. And girl, I'm on my knees. I promise I'll be good. And I won't ever do it again. That's one of them
That's
songs
so.
where I'm gonna have. You said you hate that song?
No.
I was about to say, girl, you probably should, but that's gonna be one of them songs that when I have a teenager and I hear them playing it, I'll be like, "What you know about Lloyd?"
No, for real. This is again, this is the oldness peeking out of us
It
like
is
looking at that little boy like what don't you know about Kelly Clarkson? The Kelly Clarkson?
the Kelly Clarkson. Okay, so maybe I'll read one of these. I also downloaded Monique Fisher. I downloaded the first two books in the Richardson siblings trilogy or whatever. The third one is supposed to come out soon. So maybe I'll read that. But then there's Bella J has a series everybody been talking about with cookies on top.
Mm.
It's a friends with benefits to lovers.
Mm.
How many pages is this? I know 779 American
Was
pages.
700 and what?
Somebody is lying.
I'm not reading that. I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Hold the line. Where is the device? Hold the phone.
Is this the same person? No,
I
this
was saying
can't
I
be.
was all the way over there talking about some who like you could hear me.
Bella J, right?
Oh no, this ain't a white person.
I stumbled upon somebody. This is what it looked like. All the books are white.
Yeah, that ain't her.
Oh.
J is spelled J-Y.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this say 779 pages.
Ain't no way. What are we talking about in 700 pages?
Yeah, I'm not. Let me go and remove this from my. I'm not reading that.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, State. And then cookie dough. How much? How many pages is cookie dough?
Is that the one I was just looking at?
Okay, so
Um,
cookie dough says 109 pages.
Cookie Crumbs is the one that was 700. Oh, she's from Miami.
Yeah, no. So I don't know why it say that that's 700 some pages because I'm not reading that.
Mm-mm.
I'm not reading that at all.
No, ma'am.
But then the other one say that it's only 109 pages. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what the I don't know. I don't know, friend.
Mm-mm.
All
No,
right,
ma'am.
y'all. Wait, Aaron Philip Clark got a new book coming out.
Oh,
I like those first two books, The Color of Law and Blue Like Me.
did I read that?
They on Kindle Unlimited. You could read or listen to. Well, yeah, I
I
need
don't
to.
think.
Maybe I'll reread those. It's been a while.
Okay.
But all right. If y'all need us, you can find us on the interwebs, at League of Readers Pod, Instagram, Threads. If you want to ask us any questions, if you'd like any book recommendations, or if you just want to tell us your business, you can email us at the League of Readers Pod at gmail.com, and our personal socials will be linked down below. Also, as well, happy reading, and we will see
Mm-hmm.
you next week. Goodbye, Saints.
Bye.